So we all know the Bloodline has always been the main attraction in the last 6 years of the WWE, but recently they tried reforming the Bloodline since Roman Reigns' World Heavyweight Championship victory at Wrestle Mania 42, but it's just not felt the same. Jacob Fatu joined the Usos reuniting to make the Bloodline once again after Jacob Fatu's double loss to Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship has meant the Bloodline has been formed once again, but it just doesn't feel right. So today I'm going to be talking in this video why the Bloodline cannot keep saving WWE when it is in the mud, because eventually this is going to get boring. Main event Jey Uso is lackey Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso is the right hand man again, and Jacob Fatu is, talent, well, is being wasted. So if you enjoy this video, it's going to be nice and to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the flipping channel, and let's get into this one. So this story all started back in 2020 when Roman Reigns returned after hiatus due to the coronavirus. He came back at SummerSlam 2020 in the Fiend and Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman's Universal title match, going on a week later to win the Universal title and hold it for 1,316 days, the fourth longest reign in wrestling history, making history, let's just say that. But in that time he formed a group called the Bloodline. Of course, we know the Samoan heritage. The Bloodline has been such a dominant factor of wrestling. We've seen so many different generations: Yokozuna, The Rock, Umaga, just a couple of names right there to show you the legacy of the analyse and the Samoan dynasty. So in this time he built the Bloodline, and in that Bloodline he had himself, of course, as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the Wise Man Paul Heyman, main event Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso as the tag team champions, Solo Sikoa as, the enforcer, and Sami Zayn, but that's for another story. Let's just say that the Bloodline was dominant back in 2021 to probably about 2023. Ruled Friday Night SmackDown, was the only attraction of SmackDown. While Cody Rhodes ran Raw, the Bloodline carried SmackDown its back. And if it wasn't for the Bloodline for them 2 to 3 years, well, we would be talking very, very different about SmackDown and the legacy in the last 10 years of SmackDown. Roman Reigns was SmackDown. Let's just say that SmackDown's ratings were higher than Raw. The viewership was higher than Raw. It was a better show than Raw. And the minute Roman Reigns moved back to Monday Night Raw, Raw's a better show than SmackDown. There's more viewership on Monday Night Raw. Netflix deal, sponsorship deals. Roman Reigns is the brand. Let's just say that. But we're talking about the Bloodline. So, of course, after he lost the undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania, sorry, I don't know why that's malfunctioned at WrestleMania 40 to Cody Rhodes, the Bloodline kind of died. Solo Sikoa built his new Bloodline with Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu as the actual Bloodline, and Roman Reigns came back and fought that Bloodline and eventually won back the Ula Fala. That cements yourself as the OTC, the Tribal Chief. And there wasn't really anything going on until the Vision became a big thing, and Roman Reigns brought back the OG Bloodline of him, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. In this time, at War Games 2024, he had the Bloodline reunite of him, Jey, Jimmy, Sammy, in addition to CM Punk. But we're not going to mention that fraud. Let's be honest now, I'm not a big fan of CM Punk. Let me just make that one quite certain. So yeah, that never really became a thing, and they never had any Bloodline War Games after that. But then Roman Reigns went away, won the Royal Rumble, and challenged CM Punk, who of course is former War Games teammate, to the main event of WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship, which eventually he would win. But in this time, in the road to WrestleMania, he would reunite with Jey and Jimmy Uso as the Bloodline to take down CM Punk and show him how strong the Samoan family is, to decimate Punk, ruin him, take that title and get back to the top where Roman Reigns belongs. But then since then, of course, on the Raw after WrestleMania, of course, Samoan family member and the cousin of Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, of course, former member of the OG Bloodline, away now under Solo Sikoa's leadership. He came out, challenged Roman Reigns, challenged 2 matches for the World Championship, and if he lost the Clash in Italy, well, he would have to acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief, as they done it in tribal combat. So he lost, as you can probably tell right now. So Jacob Fatu has joined the Bloodline, and WWE have been sitting there thinking, yep, done. Ratings are in. We are getting Raw back to the top. The Bloodline is back. Life is good. That's not the story that they hoped for. The story is, we've seen the Bloodline, about 10 different versions of it. The Rock came back and saved it for a while. Was the big reason why the build to Wrestle Mania thought it was the greatest of all time. There's not the same star power anymore. Not the same rivals. Roman Reigns has not really got the true feud right now. And now, we're weeks away, really. Just over a month until SummerSlam. It's getting worrying who Roman Reigns will face. Will it be over Femi, Seth Rollins, maybe even Jey Uso? We don't know. So there's no clear distance and clear vision for the Bloodline and Roman Reigns. So like I said, WWE probably thought Jacob Fatu is going to acknowledge Roman Reigns, one of our future talents in Jacob Fatu, who could arguably be the next tribal chief. Who's acknowledged Roman Reigns, the fans are going to love it. Hell no did that happen. The actual Raw where Jacob Fatu acknowledged Roman Reigns was one of the lowest Raws in viewership since Netflix bought Monday Night Raw, and that was back in January 2025, so over a year and a half ago now. And it doesn't make them look great, let's just say that. The limited appearances of Roman Reigns still, as he promised us he'd be here all summer, and I'm the biggest defender of Roman Reigns. I love the guy, but he's not really held his promise well. Of course, from about late April till about early June, it was consistent, but June has been a very on and off month for Roman Reigns, staying, not staying here, turn up here, not turn up there. Wasn't there for any of the European shows except from the Italian ones due to Clash in Italy. It's not made his rep look really good. And he's not going to be another champion, so it's a big PLE for the summer he's missed. That could determine who he faces at SummerSlam. So he's got 1 month to build a rivalry. 4 Raw shows to build the rivalry of who he's going to face at SummerSlam. But the Bloodline is not saving WWE. Let's just say that. I love the Bloodline. I've loved the creation of the Bloodline. I love the legacy of the Bloodline. I, used to love the way it was back in 2022, 2023. Like I said, of Reigns, Usos, Heyman, Sikoa, Zayn. And then when we had, of course, the Bloodline Civil War versus Solo Sikoa's Bloodline and Roman Reigns' Bloodline. It was elite. It was top class level. But this just ain't the same. Roman Reigns' heel is amazing. He plays it so well. But that is not saving the viewership and the ratings of Raw currently. So what is going to save the Bloodline? What is going to save WWE? What's going to save Monday Night Raw? And what is going to save the build to the biggest party this summer? Arguably WWE's second biggest event of the year, SummerSlam. It's going to be debatable, sorry. It's going to be interesting. Who will Reigns face? You comment down below now. But thank you for watching. It has been nice to record. Do you think the Bloodline's dead? Or do you think there's still a lot more to go with this Bloodline story to finish it off, where eventually Roman Reigns loses the World Heavyweight Championship and possibly, just possibly, loses his status as the tribal chief? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, guys.